Hello, everybody. Welcome to Live Interactive English. This is Shane.
And this is Karen. Today we are looking at part 1 of the start of a new school year. Oh, that sounds so exciting.
Yeah, so is that how you would feel when you would start a new, let's say you're going to a new school. It's your first day. It's the beginning of the new year. Do you feel excited, nervous? Sad because you'll miss your mommy?
Okay, well, I guess at every stage of my life, it's a little bit different.
Okay.
Because when I first moved to Canada, I was in grade 6. I remember the first time I went to school in elementary school. I was very nervous and I was very scared. So I cried on the first day. But the first day of high school was actually okay. I was a little bit nervous because I thought there would be like a lot of new people that I wouldn't know. But then, you know, it was fun because I still got to see my old friends as well.
Right.
So how about you?
I had to change schools quite a lot.
Why?
And just different reasons. I think I went to 3 different junior high schools and 2 different high schools.
Would it be hard for you to fit in? I mean, you're always moving around when you're about to make friends and then you change school.
I thought it was exciting. I kind of like a fresh start.
Okay.
And getting to meet new people, like that's kind of exciting. And yeah, I wasn't really nervous.
Really?
I always just felt pretty excited about it.
Wow, so you're very comfortable in a new environment.
I think so, yeah, generally speaking.
When I was younger, I remember I would always be a little bit nervous.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's common.
That's true. How about you guys? Maybe you guys can tell us. But we are going to learn about the start of a new school year today.
Okay, let's get into it.
In a classroom, Anna is seated next to Glenn.
Hi, my name is Anna. What's your name?
Hi, Anna. I'm Glenn.
Nice to meet you. Are you new here too?
Yes. I just moved here with my family.
That's cool. How are you liking this city so far?
It's okay. I'm still getting used to everything. How about you?
Same. We had to move because my mom got a job here. Honestly, I miss my friends back home. But what can you do, right?
Yeah, I didn't want to move either, but I'm just trying to be mature about it.
So we're looking at part 1 of the start of a new school year. Right? So it sounds pretty exciting already.
Oh, so exciting. And we're going to be looking at introducing yourself.
Oh, I love introducing myself.
Do you? Yeah. So this is a conversation that's happening, a dialogue. And in the dialogue, it's in a classroom.
That's right.
Anna is seated next to Glenn.
Oh, okay. So I will be Anna and you can be Glenn.
That sounds like a great plan.
All right. Okay, well, let's get started. So Anna starts off the conversation by saying, "Hi, my name is Anna. What's your name?" So she's actually taking the initiative to introduce herself, right? She's showing kindness because rather than just sitting beside each other and being a little bit awkward, yeah, it's good to start a conversation by introducing your name.
Yeah, it's good to it's an icebreaker, you know? Like, oh, hi, I'm Shane.
Hi, and I'm Karen.
So Glenn says, "Hi, Anna, I'm Glenn."
Very good. And Anna says, "Nice to meet you. Are you new here too?" So I think Anna is actually quite good at making conversations with strangers because sometimes you might feel a little bit awkward. You don't know what to say. But Anna is being very polite other than just introducing her name. And she's also saying, "Nice to meet you." That's another nice thing to say to a stranger.
Yeah.
And she's starting another conversation by asking, Are you new here too?
And so that means we know that she is new here.
That's
so she wants to know if he's new as well. So Glenn says, yes, I just moved here with my family.
See, that's how you get the conversation going, right? Once you start asking and then people reply, and then you can learn a little bit more about your new friend. So Anna says, that's cool. How are you liking the city so far? Another great question to ask because they're both new. So she wants to know about his opinion on the city or his experience here so far.
Yeah, because most likely you're going to definitely have some things that you've noticed. Maybe you've had some challenges being in the new city. And this way you can relate to the other person.
Exactly. So you can ask, how are you liking the city so far? And if you really love it, you can just say, ooh, I really, really love it. But if you don't really like it, you can also tell her why.
Yeah, this is very conversational because you could say, how do you like the city so far? But it sounds even more like 口语, right? To say like, how are you liking the city so far?
Exactly. And what does Glenn say?
Glenn says, it's okay. I'm still getting used to everything. How about you?
He's still getting used to everything. So maybe going to this new environment or new place, there are some things that are a little bit different from his old place or old neighborhood. So it needs some time to get used to.
Yeah, and I remembered it's one of the top 3 things that causes stress in somebody's life. The hardest thing to do is moving.
That's right.
When you move to a new place, it's extremely stressful.
That's right, because maybe you don't know too much about this place.
Yeah, and you have to really adjust. You have to totally adjust your whole life, right?
And make friends. So Anna says, same. We had to move because my mom got a job here. Honestly, I miss my friends back home. But what can you do, right? That's true. Sometimes people have to move for different reasons. Maybe because their parents got a new job, or maybe because your mom wants to move or your dad wants to move. But there's really nothing you can do other than just to try to adapt and adjust.
Yeah, and usually you do, right? You usually do adapt and adjust. So Glenn says, yeah, I didn't want to move either, but I'm just trying to be mature about it.
Okay, that's very good because being mature, that's an adjective. Mature means that, behaving in a sensible way like an adult. So if you're behaving in a sensible way, you're trying to put yourself in other people's shoes, try to be reasonable, try to understand the situation. But the opposite of mature is immature. So you're kind of acting like a kid. You're not really being reasonable, not being rational. Maybe you have to move and then you get really upset. Mom, I don't want to move. Then that'll be a little bit immature.
Yeah, so basically, so to act like an adult is to be mature, but there are a lot of adults who are very immature.
That's right. Okay, so our example sentence here is Tim and Ben handled their disagreement in a mature way. Because we know that people might disagree with each other, right? But how do you disagree in a mature way? We don't have to argue, right? We don't have to really get angry at each other. We can just say, okay, I respect your opinion. And you respect mine too.
Sounds great. Okay, why don't we take a little break and we will come back with asking for directions.
All right.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。这次的绘画主题是 The Start of a New School Year， 新的学年开始喽。好，在第一段对话里面 ，Anna 坐在 Glenn 旁边，她向 Glenn 自我介绍。那老师们刚刚提到说 ，Anna 她主动自我介绍，化解冷场尴尬。那老师有说到 take the initiative. Take the initiative 表示采取主动。那我们补充一下这个字 initiative。Initiative 它是名词，表示主动、主动权。那它也有倡议或者是解决问题的计划那种意思。好，那老师还有提到 icebreaker。icebreaker 这个名词啊，可以用来指说初次见面时活络气氛的话，或是打破僵局的事物。 那么 Anna 跟 Glenn 聊一聊之后，就发现这两个人都是新来到这个城市，还在习惯这边的一切。那么 Anna 是因为妈妈来这里找工作才搬过来，虽然她很想念老家的朋友们，可是也不能怎么样。那么 Glenn 也说他不想搬家，只能试着用成熟的态度来面对这件事了。我们看单字 mature 它可以形容举止是成熟的，可以形容明白事理的。那它的相反词是在前面加上 I am 变成 immature， 那就是不成熟的。Karen 老师在解释单字时，他用到 rational 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 可以形容理性的、合理的。那么相反词在前面加上 ir 变成 irrational， 那就是非理性的。接话课文中。
Glenn approaches Jenna in a school hallway.
Excuse me, do you know how to get to the computer lab?
Sure, it's on the second floor. Go up the stairs and turn left. It's the second door on your right.
Thanks. Do you know what the lab's hours are?
The computer lab is usually open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., but sometimes classes are held there, so be sure to check the schedule first. I think there's a schedule posted beside the lab door.
Great. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back.
Before the break, we know that Glenn is new to the school, right?
Right, and so is Anna.
That's right.
Right.
But right now, after the break, we're looking at this dialogue, and it's about asking for directions to the computer lab, and Glenn approaches Jenna in a school hallway. So he's having a conversation with Jenna.
Okay, all right, so what does this mean to approach? So to approach somebody means to come near somebody or something. And you're coming near them either in space or in time.
Oh, that's right.
Right? So something you could say like my birthday is approaching. Right? So for example, here, Pam raised the slipper and slowly approached the cockroach on her table.
And you have to do it very slowly and quietly so the cockroach does not notice you.
I used my slipper to kill a cockroach just yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, and you really have to just make your movements very, very slow and then
And all of a sudden, that's right.
whack!
Did that cockroach fly?
It was a flying cockroach.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know what's happened. Recently, there have been a lot of flying cockroaches near my house.
I think it's the weather. Okay, and now we're looking at this vocabulary word here, hallway, and that is a noun. So a hallway is a passage in a home or building with rooms down either side. So sometimes in the school, you can be walking down the hallway. Sometimes you have lockers on both sides as well. Okay, so for example, the bathroom is at the end of the hallway. So you have to go all the way down and then you can see the bathroom.
Right. Okay, so let's begin. I'm Glenn. You are Jenna.
That's right.
So Glenn begins by saying, excuse me, do you know how to get to the computer lab?
Ah, do you know how to get to the computer lab? So what's a computer lab? Is it just a room where there are computers and people can type up things?
I've never understood why it's called a lab, because lab is short for laboratory,
That's
right?
right.
And
You can do experiments, right?
So I've never quite understood why they're called computer laboratories. Why not just computer room?
That's
or
true.
Computer.
Because it's a room with a lot of computers where you can work on your essays, your writing, and type things up. And Jenna says, sure, it's on the second floor. Go up the stairs and turn left. It's the second door on your right. Wow, Jenna is very good at giving directions, right?
Yes.
Because if you're really good at giving directions, it's very easy and clear for people to understand you.
Okay, so Glenn says, thanks. Do you know what the lab's hours are? So what are the lab's hours? So he has to find out what like the schedule is, right?
Like when it opens and when it closes, right?
Yeah.
And Jenna says the computer lab is usually open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. But sometimes classes are held there. So be sure to check the schedule first. I think there's a schedule posted beside the lab door. Okay, so it's always important to check out the schedule, you know, when it opens, when it closes, when you want to go there. So it saves you a trip, right?
Yeah, you don't want to go like during closing time, and then especially if it's something important that you needed to do.
Exactly.
So what is a schedule? So a schedule is a plan that tells you the time in sequence of each operation.
Okay.
Right? So for here, like the hours of operation are the hours that the computer lab is going to be open. So it's telling you what the times are going to be from, like, for example, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., something like that. And you can know exactly when something is going to happen. So for example, here, the museum's schedule says you can join a guided tour any day of the week.
So if you want to go join these guided tours, you definitely have to check out the schedule, right? To find out the time when you can go. Okay, so what does Glenn say?
He says, great, thanks for your help.
And Jenna says, you're welcome. Okay, well, I think asking for direction is a really, really common question you might have, especially when you're in a new place or a new school.
Yeah, I think being in a new school, it takes a long time to get used to this brand new environment, and it's pretty common to get lost and not be able to find your way around.
Have you ever gotten lost in your, like on campus or in the school?
Yes, a couple of times I remember just being, we say, turned around.
Okay.
When you get turned around, you just think, oh, something is over here, but it's actually in like the opposite direction. Yeah, that would happen to me quite a lot when I was new to a school.
That's right. So sometimes you really have to pay attention to the signs, or you can always ask people for help.
Yeah, okay. So that's all the time we have for today, and we will see you next time.
See you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
好，在第二段对话里 ，Glenn 在学校走廊走向 Jenna， 他问 Jenna 知不知道电脑中心要怎么去。那么 Jenna 给了很详细的指引。接着 Glenn 他又询问电脑中心的开放时间。那么 Jenna 有回答说，电脑中心通常是从上午9点开到下午6点，但有时候那边会上课，所以一定要先查看时间表。电脑中心门旁边应该有贴着一张时间表，可以供参考。那最后 Glenn 就谢谢 Jenna 的帮忙。我们先补充一下文中的 computer lab， 它指的是学校的电脑中心或是电脑教室。那这边的 lab， 它其实本来是指实验室，是 laboratory 的简称。好，再来看单字 approach 是动词，它表示接近、靠近。那么 hallway 表示走廊、走道或是门厅。还有 schedule 这个字当名词，它表示日程安排表或是时间表。Shane 老师在解释单字时用到 in sequence 是拼作 sequence， 那么 in sequence 表示按照顺序地或是依序地。好，那这边一个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看这个重点是 be sure to 加原形动词的意思及用法。好，第一种我们可以用祈使句 be sure to 加原形动词来表达一定要怎么样，务必怎么样怎么样，这常常用来提醒、交代别人做某事。例如 be sure to wash your hands before you eat， 一定要在吃东西之前先洗手哦。好，第二个用法是我们可以用某人或某事物 be sure to 加上原形动词来表达某人一定会做某事，某事一定会发生。举例来说 Trevor is sure to win the competition， Trevor 一定会赢得那场比赛的。 The movie is sure to make you laugh， 那部电影呢一定会让你笑出来的。好啦，那么以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
In a classroom, Anna is seated next to Glenn.
Hi, my My name is Anna. What's your name?
Hi, Anna. I'm Glenn.
Nice to meet you. Are you new here too?
Yes. I just moved here with my family.
That's cool. How are you liking this city so far?
It's okay. I'm still getting used to everything. How about you?
Same. We had to move because my mom got a job here. Honestly, I miss my friends back home. But what can you do, right?
Yeah. I didn't want to move either, but I'm just trying to be mature about it.
Glenn approaches Jenna in a school hallway.
Excuse me, do you know how to get to the computer lab?
Sure, it's on the second floor. Go up the stairs and turn left. It's the second door on your right.
Thanks. Do you know what the lab's hours are?
The computer lab is usually open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., but sometimes classes are held there, so be sure to check the schedule first. I think there's a schedule posted beside the lab door.
Great. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
Wow, today we are going right into my own backyard. That's right, we're going to Hong Shu Lin, which is where I live, and I had no idea how interesting the mangroves there are. So let's get into today's lesson and let's learn a little bit about the mangroves in Hong Shu Lin.
The Tamsui River Mangrove Conservation Area is located in the Tamsui district of New Taipei City. This place is quite large, with an area of about 76.4 hectares. It has the largest and most northerly distributed Sui Bizai pure forest in Taiwan. It was formed by piled up sand and mud carried by the river, and also changes daily with the tides. Mangroves have breathing roots and prop roots, so they can resist wind and coastal erosion. Mangroves will even become water forests during a flood tide. There is a large amount of organic matter in this area, which comes from the upper reaches of the river, the ocean, and the decomposition of the mangrove itself. The organic matter attracts many animals, such as fiddler crabs and mudskippers. They often appear in the intertidal zone. Many birds search for food there too. This area is also a national bird sanctuary and the best ecological classroom. However, its ecosystem is still very fragile. If people dump waste soil and garbage, or catch fish and crabs at will, it will cause damage to the ecology of the area. Let's not catch, feed or touch these animals and plants, and protect the precious resources of the mangrove.
One of my favorite things to do near the mangroves is go and see the mud skippers. There's all kinds of wildlife there that I didn't even know about. After today's lesson, I'm excited to go bird watching and just kind of see the impressive natural beauty that is there, and I can appreciate what it's doing for the ecosystem and helping to protect Taipei as well. So I hope you enjoyed the lesson like I did, and I'll see you at the mangrove.